Hello, this is Priyanka and welcome back to our YouTube channel. In the previous session, we have started the topic of coordinate geometry of class 10, and till now we have studied how to find out the distance between any two points. We have derived the distance formula and solved some examples from practice set 5.1. And now today we are going to study some different concepts from the chapter coordinate geometry, which are section formula, how to derive the section formula, midpoint formula, and how to find out the coordinates of centroid of the triangle. Okay, so for that, first we will be studying the property of intercepts made by three parallel lines. Okay, so what is this concept? In the figure you can clearly see that L, M, N, these are the parallel lines, means line L is parallel to line M is parallel to line N. These three lines are parallel to each other, and these lines, line P and Q, are transversals, right? Then what is the property of intercepts made by three parallel lines is this AB divided by this BC equal to DE divided by EF. We are going to use this property in the further concept. So the next concept, division of a line segment. Here you can clearly see that this AB is a line segment, and this P divides the line segment AB, right? The distance AP is 6 and this distance PB is 10. So what will be AP divided by PB? It will be 6 by 10. That is 3 by 5. Means you can clearly say that this point P divides the line segment AB in the ratio 3:5. We are going to use this concept further to derive the section formula. Now we are going to derive the section formula. What is the section formula? If we are considering the line segment AB, and if P divides line segment AB in the ratio m/n, then we are going to find out the exact coordinates of P. Okay, so suppose if consider A with coordinates x1, y1, B with coordinates x2, y2, and P with coordinates x and y. And now we are going to find out the exact values for x and y, which are the coordinates of P. Okay, so for that, just we are going to do, just drop a perpendicular from A, P and B. Okay, so I am naming this as C, suppose C, Q and D. What will be the coordinates of C? Because here we are dropping a perpendicular from the point A, x1, y1, right? Means this distance will be x1. You know that what are the meanings of abscissa and ordinate. So this distance will be x1. Why? Because the distance of a point from the y-axis and which is scaled through x-axis will be the abscissa, that is x coordinate. And since this is the point on x-axis, the y coordinate will automatically be 0. Okay, so this will be x1 comma 0. Right, now similarly, what will be the coordinates of Q? We are dropping perpendicular from the point P, so the coordinates of Q will be x comma 0, because this is the point on x-axis, so y coordinate will automatically be 0. Then what will be the coordinates of D? We are dropping perpendicular from the point B, so coordinates of D will be x2 comma 0. And now we are going to find out exact distance of CQ and QD. Why we are doing so? Because you can clearly see that the line AC is parallel to PQ is parallel to BD. Okay, then by the property of intercepts of three parallel lines, we can write as AP divided by PB equal to CQ divided by QD. And we know that the P divides line segment AB in the ratio m/n, means value of AP by PB will be equal to m by n. Then you can consider one of these two ratios, right? Means you can consider this as CQ by QD equal to m by n. Now we are going to calculate the values of CQ and QD. What will be the value of CQ here? This distance whole OQ minus OC will be equal to the distance of CQ, right? Means x minus x1 is the value of CQ, right? What is the value of CQ here? X minus x1. Similarly, we want to find out the value of QD. What will be the value of QD? Just OD minus OQ will be equal to QD, right? Then what will be the value of OD here? That will be x2 minus this distance, that is x. Now just put the values here. What you will get is x minus x1 divided by value of QD is x2 minus x, which is equal to m by n. And now we want to find the value of x, which is the x coordinate of the point P, which is dividing the line segment AB. So just by using cross multiplication method, what you will get, n into x minus x1 equal to m into x2 minus x. Okay, just multiplying the bracket, nx minus nx1 equal to mx2 minus mx. Now what you will do is just mx को यहाँ पे हम लेके आ सकते हैं. क्या होगा, वो यहाँ पे माइनस है तो दिस साइड आएगा तो हो जाएगा पॉजिटिव, मीन्स mx प्लस nx, दिस nx इज एज इट इज. हम x को इस टर्म पे ले रहे हैं क्योंकि हमें x की वैल्यू फाइंड आउट करनी है. x की वैल्यू हमारी क्या आएगी फिर, देन mx2 एज इट इज एंड दिस इज नेगेटिव हियर, इट विल बिकम पॉजिटिव nx1. नाउ x हम यहाँ से कॉमन ले सकते हैं, क्या आएगा x, देन यहाँ पे m प्लस n एंड यहाँ पे ये एज इट इज आ जाएगा mx2 प्लस nx1. x की वैल्यू निकालनी है, यहाँ पे क्या है, मल्टीप्लाइंग है, तो यहाँ पे क्या हो जाएगा, वो डिवाइडिंग पोजीशन पे आ जाएगा. देन व्हाट यू विल गेट इज x इक्वल टू mx2 प्लस nx1 डिवाइडेड बाय m प्लस n. दिस इज द वैल्यू ऑफ x कोऑर्डिनेट ऑफ द पॉइंट P, right? Now if you want to find out the value of y coordinate, just drop a perpendicular from APB to y axis. What you will get, similarly you can find out this one also. So similarly what you will get, m y2 plus n y1 divided by m plus n. So the point P which is dividing the line segment AB, so उसके कोऑर्डिनेट्स क्या आ जाएंगे, x इक्वल टू mx2 प्लस nx1 डिवाइडेड बाय m प्लस n एंड y इक्वल टू my2 प्लस ny1 डिवाइडेड बाय m प्लस n. Now what we can conclude from this section formula is coordinates of the point which divides the line segment joining the points a x1 y1 and b x2 y2 in the ratio m as to n are given by, first coordinate is x coordinate, that is given by mx2 plus nx1 divided by m plus n and my2 plus ny1 divided by m plus n. Means what we are exactly doing, if this is the line segment A and B, if this is the point P which are dividing the line segment AB in the ratio m as to n, and A के coordinates क्या है, x1 y1 and B के coordinates क्या है, x2 y2. Then what is the formula, this m x2 plus n x1 divided by m plus n, तो दोनों भी coordinate में same ही है, and y coordinate will be m y2 plus n y1 divided by m plus n. Now we are going to derive coordinates of the midpoint of a segment, right? If A is with coordinates x1 y1 and B is with coordinate x2 y2 are 2 points and P is the midpoint of segment AB, then we know that P divides line segment AB in the ratio m as to n. But here we have given that P is the midpoint of segment AB, means क्या हो जाएगा, the distance of AP and PB will be equal, right? Then the values of m and L will be equal, means m equal to n. In this case हमारे x and y के coordinates कैसे आ जाएंगे, ये हम derive करने वाले हैं. So what is the value of x in general according to the section formula is x equal to mx2 plus nx1 divided by m plus n. But we have the case here m is equal to n because P is the midpoint of AB, right? Therefore m will be equal to n. Then just we are going to put this value, then mx2 plus, now n के जगह पे हम क्या लिख सकते हैं, m लिख सकते हैं, simply m is equal to n. Then mx1 divided by m plus n. Okay, so what you will get here, we can हम क्या कर सकते हैं, m को कॉमन ले सकते हैं, तो m into x2 plus x1 divided by m plus m is 2m. तो ये m और ये m कट हो जाएगा. So what will be the value of x here, x2 plus x1 upon 2. You can write down this also as x1 plus x2 divided by 2. Then similarly we can derive the value of y also. So in general, according to the section formula, what is the value of y is my2 plus ny1 divided by m plus n. But यहाँ पे हमारी क्या कैसे m is equal to n. So just we are going to put these values, my2 plus ny1 divided by m plus m. Then we will take m common. What you will get is m into y2 plus y1 divided by m plus m. M plus m is twice m, right? Then m into y2 plus y1 upon 2m. So what you will get is y2 plus y1 divided by 2, or you can write down this as y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So in the case of midpoint of a segment, the coordinates are always x1 plus x2 divided by 2, and this is y1 plus y2 divided by 2. Now we are going to derive the centroid formula. So what is the centroid of a triangle? It is the point of concurrence of medians of a triangle, right? And what is the median? It just connects the vertex of a triangle to the midpoint of the opposite side of a triangle. And you all of you are aware about that centroid divides the median in the ratio 2:1. Okay, now just consider this triangle ABC with A is with coordinates x1 y1, B is with coordinates x2 y2, and C with x3 y3. And this AD is the median of triangle ABC. Then obviously this D is the midpoint of BC, because the median connects the vertex of a triangle to the midpoint of the opposite side of the triangle. And this G is the centroid of the triangle, which is the point of concurrence of all three medians. And this G, which is centroid, is divide the median in the ratio 2:1. And now we are going to calculate the values of, or we are going to derive the formula for the centroid of the triangle. Okay, so D is the midpoint of line segment BC. Then by using midpoint formula, what will be the coordinates of DR? The coordinates of DR simply, because this is the midpoint of BC, then what you will get is x2 plus x3 divided by 2, and then y coordinate will be y2 plus y3 divided by 2. These are the coordinates of midpoint D. Okay, and now this G divides this line segment AD in the ratio 2:1. So we can use here section formula. So what will be that? So first coordinate of G will be simply, and this the value of m will be 2 and value of n is 1. And you know the section formula, that is m x2 plus n x1 divided by m plus n. Okay, so x will be 2 into, what is the x coordinate of D here? x2 plus x3 divided by 2 plus value of n is 1, and the x coordinate of A is x1. So x1 is as it is, and divided by m plus n means 2 plus 1. Then value of x is just 2, and 2 will get cancelled. So we can write down this as x1 plus x2 plus x3 divided by 2 plus 1 is 3. Now similarly we can derive the formula for y. Y equal to my2 plus ny1 divided by m plus n, right? And value of m is 2, and y2 is the y coordinate of D. Y coordinate of D is y2 plus y3 divided by 2 plus n's value is 1, and y1 will be as it is, which is the coordinate of A. Because here we are considering this line segment AD, and G is dividing the line segment AD in the ratio 2:1. Then what you will get, m plus n is 2 plus 1. Then value will be simply just 2 and 2 will get cancelled. Then y1 plus y2 plus y3 upon 2 plus 1 is 3. Right? Means what will be the coordinates of centroid here? Just I am writing down here the coordinates of G, X, Y, R, or simply GR. First coordinate is x1 plus x2 plus x3 divided by 3, and second coordinate will be y1 plus y2 plus y3 divided by 3. So today we have learned different concepts about how to divide a line segment or a division of a line segment. We have derived the section formula, then the special case, that is midpoint formula, and last but not least we have derived the centroid formula. Now stay tuned with me for some more videos. Like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.